So first, I'd like to welcome you to today's presentation. My name is Sean Kozak on behalf of Tickblaze. Today, we're going to be discussing the Alpha Trading Syndicate. Now, this presentation is not like some of the other webinars that you may have been to before, in that this is designed to help you understand that we are here to help build a trading business with you, right? And for many of you guys, this is absolutely the end all be all. Like you're going through this, you're going through the ringer. Maybe you've had ups and downs in your trading. Maybe you're just getting started. Doesn't matter where you are or where you've been. What matters is where you'd like to go. And in order to do that, right, we need to cover some groundkeeping rules. We need to cover the lay of the land, right, and make sure you get the best out of today's presentation so that we can help you achieve your goals. Okay. Now, we are recording the presentation so that if you can't stay, don't worry, we'll send you a recording, but hopefully you'll stay to the end because you're going to want to book a call with my boy Jason, and he's going to be talking with you today about how to get started. That being said, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. If I don't answer them right away, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just want to get through the presentation in a timely fashion. That way we can all be out of here and we can go live our lives. So the Alpha Trading Syndicate this is a comprehensive discussion. It really is, because we're going to be talking about the assessments of traders, the strategies, the coaching, the systems, the accountability, and the results that we believe we can achieve for you in combination with you showing up every single day and putting in the work. And we're going to talk about what the syndicate is and what it isn't, because many of you are desperately in need of strategies. Many of you are desperately in need of help. And we have a solution to be able to provide that to you. Okay. Now, because this is a trading event, we need to cover the disclaimer. So please take a moment, read that, internalize it, make sure you accept it, you understand it. I'm not here to give you advice, nor do I have an outcome in your trades. And if you are taking trades or risk capital, please do so at your own discretion. Please note that past performance never guarantees future results. I want to make sure that you all understand that. Please have a Y in the chat box that I know that you understand and accept the risk disclaimer so we can move forward like professionals. Yes? Fantastic. Great. So let's get through this. We're going to be covering the struggling aspect of what traders are getting going, why the struggle is real. Like, we're just going to talk about it. We're not going to live there for too long because most traders already know what struggling feels like. Okay. But we're also going to talk about what it's going to cost you if you don't get the help that you desperately need. We're going to talk about the ATS framework. We're going to break down the 7 pillars of what's inside the ATS program. We're going to talk about the success stories and also the trades. We're going to be showing you several trades throughout this presentation that I've taken, that some of our people have taken, and to show you that it's actually possible. And then if you really, really feel that this is what you've been looking for, well, then we're going to provide you with an opportunity to meet with our team. And note that it is not open to everybody. This is on a selection basis. We do not let everybody into this program. It is on an application basis only, and therefore we want to make sure that you are the right fit for us and we are the right fit for you. Okay, so let's talk about dreams and goals. Okay, because you have to have a dream and you have to have a path forward. You have to know what you want. You have to know where you're going. And what happens is a lot of times traders don't realize what they're chasing and what they're going after. A lot of times traders think they're going down one path, but they're actually going down another path. And a lot of times traders have the wrong goals. Not that the goals aren't right. It's just sometimes you put the cart before the horse, so to speak, right? Sometimes traders are focusing on scaling before they're even ready to place a trade. Right? Sometimes traders are wanting to go after prop firms, but they haven't even practiced in a sim account to make sure that they're actually ready to go. Right? And traders want to get consistent payouts. We know this. We know that you want to grow your accounts. I know you want financial freedom. I know that you want to have the feeling of, I did it. I finally got this. Right? But it isn't going to just happen for you like that. Like, you're not going to just show up one day and turn on your screens and bam, the markets are just going to start paying you. It doesn't work that way, right? And desperately so, traders learn the hard way, right? Traders are going to show up, they're going to buy programs, they're going to buy strategies, they're going to do whatever they do, and they're going to get slapped in the face, and the reality check's going to happen, and that's going to be a hard pain. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow, right? So what we do, and the reason we start with this is, in order for us to help you, There has to be a system. There has to be a process, right? And it has to be a systemized process so that we can measure it, we can attainably go after it, we can accountably get it, we can achieve it, and we can measure it. Okay. And so the way we do this is we have personalized roadmaps for every trader because every trader is different, which means you're not going to be doing the exact same things as the next guy, right? And so forth. We have different strategies. Why? Because not one strategy is right for every trader, right? So we have different systems that we will pair with the trader. Everybody receives coaching. We must be accountable, not only to you, but to ourselves. We will be accountable to you and you'll be accountable to us. It's an agreement. It's an opportunity. And then we're going to measure your progress over a 90-day period and then plus 90 days after, right? We want to help you build a scalable business. But in order to do that, we got to get to work. We got to make sure you're doing the right things. Okay. And so I understand everybody wants it today and we can give it to you today, but it has to happen through a certain process. Okay. Now, throughout the program or throughout the presentation, you're going to see me talk about different strategies. Okay. We're not going to be just giving you one system. You have the luxury of all of these. You have the privilege of having access to all of the systems that we trade. Here's a strategy. We trade the opening range breakouts. We've logged over 856 trades with an 86% hit rate. We don't just trade the opening range. There's a process to it. There's a way in which we do it. There's certain things that we do that makes this strategy efficient. A lot of times you can trade the strategy and get slapped and lose a lot of money, right? There's ways in which we do it. We're going to show you how to do that inside this program, okay? Now, the reality is that a lot of traders are going to go through the trial and error journey, okay? A lot of traders are going to show up, they're going to buy some evals, or they're going to open up a brokerage account, they're going to buy a program, they're going to join a trading room, but the truth is that there's a very, very high chance that you will either fail, you will blow your accounts, you will go from strategy to strategy, you'll be buying random things all over the place, becoming addicted to the process. You're becoming addicted to the webinar rat race, addicted to buying systems and indicators, and then being addicted to trading and losing. It is an addiction. And the reality is that most people don't care to admit that, but some form of it sucks us in. And it really takes our life and it takes us down a path that most traders don't even realize they're in until they're in it. And so what'll happen is, you could lose a lot more if you do not get the help that you need. Meaning if you do not work with a personal coach, or if you do not get the right strategies, and if you do not join the right community and have the right education and environment, it can be very, very dangerous, right? It can be very dangerous if you don't have someone helping you, show you what to do and what not to do. Why? Because if you're an athlete, professional athletes don't play the game without professional help. If you're a poker player, you get help. If you're an athlete, you get help. If you're anybody, if you're an actor, you have a manager, you have coaches, you have people to help you. It doesn't matter what you do. Anybody that's an elite performer has help. It's that simple, right? If you want to have the best of the best, you need help. And we've built a framework to provide that help. How? Why? Because we are good at what we do. Like myself, I'm an experienced trader. Our instructors are very experienced traders. Everybody that works in our organization has years of experience and has track records and has experience in the trenches, so to speak, right? And we've built a roadmap which we can bring you down. We can show you a proven path. We have professional guidance. We can get you there faster so that you don't make the costly mistakes of going it alone. And the whole job of working with us is to accelerate your results, to accelerate your experience so that you do not spend time wasting time and your money. Like, let's just get right out and say it. Time and money are the two biggest factors here. And if you lose it, you feel like shit. You beat yourself up. Oh, God, not another week, another month of this, right? And if you don't decide to make a decision and get the help that you know you need or know you want to get, it could cost you a lot more. And I don't think anybody here wants that, right? I don't think anybody here is prepared to keep making the same mistakes only to get the same results. That doesn't mean you did it intentionally. And I'm not saying that you're a failure. I'm not saying that you don't possess the skills to potentially be a great trader. I'm saying that this business is difficult. And without the right help, it can get really, really hard out there. Now, here's another strategy, okay? looking at options, GEX levels, gamma exposure levels. I mean, we've got so many strategies. We're going to talk about many of them. This is one of the trading strategies that many traders in our programs trade. And we've traded over 650 trades with over a 77% hit rate. And it's because the options levels are a very powerful way to trade the market. Does that mean that every trader is meant to trade them? No, but maybe you really gravitate to this type of trading strategy. And we have rules around it. We have different strategies that involve the GEX levels. And this is something that we'll be teaching you inside of the program in very great detail. Now, let's talk about information, because people are notorious, okay, including myself for years until I realized it wasn't the answer. I used to think, and maybe you can relate, wow, if I just buy more indicators and I buy more courses and I buy more this and I buy more that and I get more books and I listen to more people on videos, that I am going to be successful. And I don't mean just with trading, I mean with anything. I get consumed with the search for knowledge because since I was a kid, maybe you guys can speak to your own experience, that you're taught to learn more, educate yourself, make the right choices, right? Don't push the norm, right? And go out and get what you want, become more efficient by buying more and doing more, go to university, get a degree, what's going to help you. Everybody thinks in their mind that more is more, right? Everybody has been told since the beginning of their lives that you need to go out and you need to do it this way, you need to go that way. And then when you get into trading, it's completely the opposite, because less is more in trading. Like, I can't stress enough that I've been doing this so long. I've built more trading systems than I know anybody in this entire planet, right? I have more developers work for me in programming and coded more algos and indicators than anybody that I've ever met. And let me tell you, I still to this day believe that the most profitable and best way to trade is simplistic ways of trading. So we dumb it down, we simplify it down. We do not complicate things. And we simplify it, we perfect it, we measure it, we improve it, we scale it, and we help you repeat it. And the reason we know this works is because none of us that are experienced want to lose that. Let me explain that to you. I've worked really hard to maintain being a great trader. I'm not about to just go back to doing things the old way, right? And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do things the old way. If you come into the syndicate and you be a part of what we're doing, you can actually let go of that search for endless knowledge that doesn't do anything. Information's not going to make you a great trader. I know engineers and doctors that are completely brilliant and they're just shit traders, right? And it's not because they don't deserve to be great or that they haven't helped the universe in some capacity with their experience and knowledge. But trading doesn't care. The market isn't about that. It's not about more information. Okay. And this is not going to make you a profitable trader. So don't go out there seeking more, thinking that it's going to give it to you. Now, here's a strategy that's true to my heart because it just makes a lot of money. Trend breakers. I consider myself a trend breaker in life, but when I built this trading system and I actually started teaching it and started developing it with our tools in our trading community, traders really gravitated towards this way of trading. To this day, I still gravitate to this naturally when I'm trading and I'm watching the markets. I naturally just get pulled to this type of trading just due to the sheer simplicity of it. But it just makes a lot of money. Like when I've traded a lot of strategies, but like there's a lot of trading systems that don't even compare to this. And I don't know about you, but like having huge win rates with lots of profits is something I get excited about. We will teach you how to trade the trend breaker in many different ways. Some of you will trade it on scalping timeframes. Some of you will trade it on day trading timeframes. Some of you will trade it on swing trading timeframes. I've taught this on multi different levels. And we're going to teach it to you in all capacities because it makes money on every single time frame that I've ever traded it on. And that's what's really, really on the other side of the ATS for you is we can help you become a great trader trading some of these strategies. We will teach you this trading system inside the program. Now, let's talk about what this ATS framework is all about. Let's talk about the 7 pillars. Let's talk about really what all the hype's about, right? Well, we've built what we call the 7 pillars of alpha. And in order to create alpha, there's certain things that have to happen. Okay. And in order to be able to become very successful, I do believe traders need to go through a certain progression, a path in which we take you so that at the other side of it is a successful outcome. And most traders, they just guess what they want to learn. They'll do it alone. They buy a random education. They learn without making any money. You're sitting there just spinning your wheels, not actually making any money. You buy endless software and you don't have a business plan or nothing, right? And what we do in the Alpha Trading Syndicate is we provide you with a structured, pillared framework. Okay. We're going to do a professional assessment. When you come in, we're going to assess you. What does that mean? Well, we're gonna go over that in a second. We're gonna go bring you through coaching. You're gonna have a private coach. You're gonna have one-on-one trading coaching. You'll have curated education that is specifically designed for you. You will not go through the same path as the guy beside you. Why? Because you're different. You have different knowledge points. Your education is different. Your experience level is different. You gravitate to different strategies differently. We're gonna pull out of you what we need, and then we're gonna put you on the right path. Right. And it doesn't matter if you've been losing for years or if you're making money or not. By the end of this, you're going to be a successful trader come hell or high water. And we'll bring you into a live trading room. What's really cool about our live room is that you can literally copy the trades of our instructor, make money while you're learning. You don't have to know everything all the time to make money. You can just follow the leader, so to speak. While you're learning and you're getting your bearings in the program, you can copy the trader in the trade room and make money while you're learning. We call it earn while you learn. And we give you a complete ecosystem of strategies, education. We will build you a blueprint with you for prop firms so that you know how to do the game right and play the game right for prop firms. We'll give you a complete trading playbook from A to Z. And you will go through it through a certain period of time, whether you go through it slow or go through it fast. You take as much time as you need. And by the end of this, you will have a successful trading business. How do we know this? Well, because we do this all the time and we've done it for ourselves. And that's why we're making it right for you, right? This isn't something that hasn't been done before. This is something that me, myself, and other traders have done successfully. We systemize it. We got together, we put it into an environment, and we said, this is how you're going to make a great trader. And this is how we can bring you through that same process. Now, here's a strategy, right? I love this type of strategy because it makes a lot of money in a short period of time. I like making money in short periods of time because I'm a busy guy, right? And if I got a lot going on, I don't want to sit there all glued to the screens all the time. I want to get in, make as much money as I freaking can and get out, right? Now, like I said earlier, a lot of traders are addicted. They make a lot of money, they give it all back, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to make a lot of money quickly doing certain things. And we're going to teach you how to walk away. We're going to teach you how to walk away and go do something else once you have made the money, right? Because part of being a great trader is making it and keeping it, right? But a lot of traders don't keep it, right? We want to make sure that you keep it. So this is a strategy that we look at level 2 order flow. Predominantly want to trade it on thick markets like the S&P, right? Because it's just really, really great for order flow trading. And depending on your style, if you're somebody that likes to read this type of trading systems, we can teach this to you. It's in our program. Level 2 is really a certain type of breed. Not everybody trades it, but we will teach it to you if you're somebody that really, really wants to learn it. But you know, it's normally more of an advanced strategy that most traders will move to once they get good and they're already making money on some of the more simpler strategies. Okay. Now, let's talk about pillar 1, my favorite. It's where we get to know you, right? There's no way we can help you unless we know you. But here's the cool part. A lot of you don't even know yourselves. I say that's pretty bold. How dare you tell me I don't know myself, Sean? No, I mean it. When it comes to trading, a lot of you don't even know yourselves. You haven't sat down to really sit there and ask the smart questions, right? What do I really like to do? What am I good at? What am I not good at? What have I done that didn't work for me? What did I do that was working for me, but I still had some struggles with it, right? What do I like to do? What do I don't like to do? What is my temperament, right? Am I a scalper? Am I a day trader? Am I a swing trader? Am I somebody who has very low emotional balance? Am I somebody that can't sit still? Like, do you know you? Like in and out to the core. Because in order for you to be a great trader, we need to understand you. And we're going to pull it out of you. Mind you, we are going to pull it out of you so much that we are going to have all the information that we need to build a professional roadmap for you to then go down with regards to education, strategies, a learning path, a coaching path, and then a system and an analyzation path where we basically will analyze your trades, your trade logs, and we will work on you so that you can scale your results. There's no way we can do that unless we do an assessment. So when you come in, you're going to have to fill out an assessment form. It's going to be a list of questions strategically built around pulling out the information that we need to be able to properly help you. If you've never done something like this, because nobody else does it like us, nobody's ever built something like this. There isn't a program in the universe that does this. And I know this because I've tried to find it. I've tried to find it, doesn't exist, so we built it. And we're going to be able to pull the information out of you so that you know you, and then we know you, and then we can help you. Right? Here's a strategy I absolutely adore. I absolutely think this is one of the most profitable trading systems in the universe. Trading divergence, trend trade pullbacks. It just makes a shitload of money on a discretionary level and on an automated level. We have this both discretionary and we have automated. The ATS is not for automated systems. For those of you that are interested in automated strategies, we'll be talking about the Alpha Quants Syndicate here very shortly. But if you like to trade pullbacks, I encourage you to never trade a pullback again unless it is fed by divergence. We will talk about divergence-led trading systems. We will provide you with the tools for divergence trading. We will show you how to trade the right bar types with the right signals and the right setups. And we will make sure that you understand how to properly trade a trend so that you never, ever fight the market and that you are always taking the biggest legs out of the market, right? There's a way to simplify your selection down. There's a way to pick and choose the right pullbacks. Not all pullbacks are created equal. And you should not just trade a strategy because somebody says, oh, check out a strategy. No, you should make sure that it makes money. This strategy makes a lot of money, and I've traded it in front of a lot of people, and I've made a lot of money in front of a lot of people doing this because it actually works and it's easy to trade. We will teach you how to trade pullback systems using the trifecta strategy inside of this program. Now, pillar 2. It's what makes this program so unique is coaching. We could have built a trading room. We had a trading room for years, but I mean, everybody's got a trading room. And it's just a freaking Zoom, right? Everybody sits together, trades together, and you got somebody that's experienced, et cetera. But very rarely do you have somebody that is very experienced, that is willing to spend time with you to figure out what's got you all wrong, meaning why you're struggling in the market and what needs to happen. How do we fix it? And then giving you the tools to fix it. And then the being there for you, holding you accountable, making sure that you're doing the right things. That's priceless. And normally you're paying a lot of money, like a lot of money to have somebody personally coach you. And most times it doesn't even exist. Realistically, in the past, I've had people pay me a lot of money to coach them personally. And it's not feasible for everyone because not everybody has that type of money to pay that. Like I believe that everybody should have coaching because it's something that everybody desperately needs. But the truth is not everybody's capitalized to pay for coaching. So we built an environment that brings coaching into this environment so that everybody can get it and everybody can afford it and everybody can be a part of it. So that way you guys can benefit from what you desperately know you need. You just probably haven't taken the action to do. Now, we will bring you through 3 dedicated sessions of one-on-one coaching. These are not just some random meetings. These are curated to do specific things. The first one is where we go through your strategy, your roadmap. We'll do an assessment. We'll go over your assessment. We will get to understand you. We will make sure that we put you on the right plan. The second one is the implementation and the strategy session where we make sure that you're trading the strategies properly and you're doing what's supposed to be done. The third one is the performance accelerator session where we help you scale what you're doing, or we help course correct maybe what still needs a little bit of refinement as you get off the ground. And this is going to be something that is invaluable because we're going to go over your trading plan, your trade logs. We're going to look at your trades. We have to make sure that you're taking trades for us to make sure that you're looking at them, right? But we're going to do this all, and we're going to give you a performance review, and we're going to make sure that we give you an action plan to be able to follow. And this is something that 99% of traders want and they need, and they've just never had an environment to get it until now. The Alpha Trading Syndicate is the only place that you will ever get this. And I promise you it is something that you never want to miss in your life because it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Now, if you're an order flow trader, or if you're somebody that's ever traded order flow or looked at order flow, I'm a big believer in it. I'm a big believer in it if you're going to be day trading or you're going to be scalping. It's one of the best ways to scalp the market. It's one of the best ways to trade bar close strategies using range or Renko bars because order flow can be really, really great for short-term moves in the market. You can really, really take some big trades quickly. volume divergence. We can look at confluent setups. We can look at different ways in which the heat map will give you alignment. It's not meant to be traded forever, and it's not meant to be traded on big time frames or big bars. It's really curated for day traders and for people that are looking to scalp the market. We have order flow software, we have order flow systems, and inside of the Alpha Trading Syndicate, we will teach you this system, and you will be able to trade this system as well. Now, pillar number 3, let's talk about it. Education, frameworks, boot camps. We have a vault of the best curated education sessions that I've ever done. So many of you have seen me host private boot camps where we charge a lot of money for those boot camps, right? People pay thousands of dollars to go to these boot camps, and we curate them around specific topics, not just random education. You want random education, go to YouTube. There's a shitload of it on there for free, and you can probably find a bunch of it, right? If you want curated strategies where you can actually make a lot of money with exceptionally good traders, we put together boot camps. But what we've done with the boot camps is we brought them into the Alpha Trading Syndicate so that you have access to all of them. Maybe you've been to one or two, or maybe you've been to none of them. But reality is that we're going to keep hosting boot camps, and those boot camps are going to be inside of the Alpha Trading Syndicate, which means you don't need to pay for them. You don't have to go outside and get them, right? They're there for you. And what's really good is that this is the best of the best. This is best of the best curriculum, the best strategies. It's a curated infrastructure around the systems and the education that we teach. And this is for both scalpers, day traders, swing traders. And what's nice is it's all in one place. So you can watch it. You don't have to go looking for it. It's all just there for you to spend time. And my only suggestion is that you don't try to take on too much too soon. You're coming into this program, if you choose to simplify and to dial things down. Just because you have access to it doesn't mean to do it all at once. Take time, learn it, perfect it, master it, because there's a lot of great ways to trade in here. And the coaching sessions are going to help you dial in which one is the best one for you based off your assessment. Okay. Now, level 2 trading, like we said earlier, you can trade level 2 on different markets if you choose to. You can trade reversals. You can trade trend trading strategies. It really just depends. But order flow is a big part of the day trading realm, especially for future scalpers. So we definitely have tools to help you if you're interested in that as well. Now, let's talk about the trading room. It's all about making money. The trading room is about making money. It's about go time. People think going to a trading room is where you're going to go and you're going to ask a lot of questions and you're going to get coaching. No, that's why you have coaching, and that's why you have educational classes in the afternoon. That's why you have boot camps. That's why you have all the other stuff. In the trading room, the only thing that matters is that you go to the room, your instructor is making money, you're be able to copy his trades, and you're able to make money. That's the whole point of a trading room. The trading room is about doing. It is about transparent action. And we've logged over 2,900 trades. Imagine that, close to 3,000 trades. And we have an 81% blended win rate over the last several years. It's outstanding what we've accomplished in that room. And here's the thing, okay? You just got to show up. You don't even have to be good yet. You can just copy the instructor's trades. We're going to rotate the systems. What that means is every week we're going to swap the strategies out. So every week there'll be a different system that the instructors will trade. Why do we do this? So that way you can follow along with the different strategies and you can actually see the different trading systems being used. There's nothing worse than going into a trade room and it's all over the place and there's 20 strategies and you can't follow along, and it's like, that's not a good learning environment, right? We want to make sure that you have the right environment that you can learn and make money and you can earn while you learn. Right? You want to be able to be making money within the first 5 days of you being in this program, not 5 weeks, 5 days. If you can't go into that trade room within the first week and copy the trades of an instructor, there's something wrong, right? And I can promise you, you're going to be able to do that here. Okay. And what's really cool about this is that way you feel like that you're not wasting time doing things. A lot of times people will buy something and then they spend time learning and they don't make any freaking money, and they start regretting the decision, right? I wish I wouldn't have done this. I'm not making any money. Like, no, like we want you making money so much freaking fast that you have that in the back of your mind that you don't have to be so pressured about it, right? Because that's what we're in the business to do in trading. It's about making money, right? So if we can get you making money while you're learning, Then you can perfect your craft and you can start getting really good at that. That's exactly what our trade room is designed to do. Now, here's some banger trades that I've taken, and we're going to teach you how to do this. Like, so I'm actually doing a boot camp next week on liquidity sweeps. And it's one of the biggest and most profitable trading strategies that exists, to be truly honest with you. Um, so much that even some of the biggest prop firm payout holders trades this exact strategy. I don't know if you've ever heard of like the guys out there, Jade Cap and a few others. They trade this strategy. I trade this strategy. It's exceptionally profitable. It makes so much money that can change your life in literally one or two trades. And the cool thing is that you don't have to be just a day trader. You can be a day trader and a swing trader. You say, well, that doesn't make any sense, Sean. Day trading, you got to close your positions. Not all prop firms are just for day trading. I own a prop firm that allows swing traders in it. We have other companies that allow swing trading. So you can day trade and you can swing trade, right? And you can do both. And we're going to teach you how to do both in this program so you can take killer trades like this and you can change your life. It's that simple. You think, oh, it's only for the best trader. No, it's for you. You can absolutely do this. I believe in my heart of hearts that everybody can trade very well as long as you have the right person helping you, right? Now let's talk about the best of the best software. Okay. Everybody here knows about the Tickblaze marketplace. If you don't, welcome to the Cool Kids Club. The Tickblaze marketplace is where we have all of our strategies and indicators and signal systems, etc. And normally you'd have to go and buy tools, buy strategies, buy signals, buy indicators, etc. When you're in the ATS, that stops. What does that mean? That stops. It means you don't have to pay for software anymore. We give it to you. If you're in the ATS, you don't have to be worrying about which signal to buy or what indicator to buy or what strategy to buy. We just turn it on. You have access to everything. It's a privileged environment. You don't have to worry about, oh, I can't afford that strategy or I can't. No, you should never not trade the right trading system because you were too afraid to buy it or you didn't want to spend money on it, right? You should always use the right tools that are going to get the job done, right? So our whole mandate is you don't have to pay for any more software. All past and future launches for indicators are yours. That also means that when we launch a new product in the future for indicators, you do not have to buy it. What a gift. It's an amazing, incredible offer for value, and it doesn't exist anywhere in the industry. And so this is something that is super exciting because now this allows us to make sure there's no limitations on which way we get you to trade, right? When we come in and we do the assessment, and we see that you should be trading a specific way, but you didn't have that software, well, now you'd be limited. Well, we don't do that. If we do the assessment and it says that you should be trading this way, we pair you with the right systems and the right approach so we know that you're going to get the right results. And that's the way we do it. We do not want limitations. Okay. Now, here's a strategy I traded, and we showed you earlier, but this is divergence trading. And this is actually divergence scalping. This is not divergence trend trading. I was trading every signal that was presented. And within 1 hour, I was able to do 25 grand in the market. And I'm here to tell you that you can do that too. I really do believe that if you know what you're doing, you have the right tools, and you know how to trade, that you can have this. How many of you guys would like to have that in a morning, make 25 grand in an hour? Type a yes if that's something that is appealing to you. That truly, like, if you guys are listening to this, tell me the truth. How many of you guys would love to make 25 grand in a freaking hour? Yes? Yeah. Ed says I'd like to make that in a month. Exactly. Well, Dr. Bob Fisher says who wouldn't? Well, you'd be surprised how many people sabotage themselves out of winning. So many people believe that they're not qualified to make money because they've either lost so much before or they had a bad experience or they didn't make any money. So they sabotage themselves into believing they can't. And then guess what happens? They start doing shit that causes them not to make money and they start working against the solution. It all starts in the mind. You have to think you can. You have to believe you can. If you don't believe you can because you believe in failure, well, then you're going to be a failure. I'm always about believing in the successful outcome because I know that it's possible. And that wasn't easy for me. I didn't believe that at first because I struggled for a long time. I remember losing. I remember one time I lost 30 grand in like 3 minutes. I threw up in the bathroom. I didn't know what happened. I was like, Jesus Christ, like what happened? Happened so fast. I didn't even realize it. And then I realized that was the moment I didn't know what I didn't know. And that's when I realized I needed help and I learned how to trade. This was over 15 years ago. One of the most painful experiences I ever had. I'll never make that mistake twice, right? Now, fast forward, I'm able to help people like yourselves never have to make a decision that will cost you that type of money, right? Now, this is a strategy you will learn in the program. We will teach it to you, and we will teach it to you a lot. Now, Pillar 6 is exciting for me because it's about prop firms. We understand that a lot of traders are going to trade for prop firms. I hope you do, because not everybody needs to risk their own hard-earned money if you don't have to. And Maureen says she wants to learn from me. Well, Maureen, you have me and you have my team, and we're here to help you. Okay. So I can promise you that you'll be in good hands. If you haven't talked to Jason yet, we'll get you in touch with Jason by the end of the call. Okay. So let's talk about Pillar 6. Prop firms. It ain't the same as trading for your own account. So do not confuse the two. Okay. You're going to trade for your own account, totally different risk plan than if you're trading for a prop firm. Prop firms have different rules in place so that you can show them that you can scale without taking excessive risk. They need to know that you can do something without breaking the rules. They're going to make things difficult for you so that you don't pass easily. But when you get through and you get a payout and you start making a lot of money, then they scale you, they bring you to live. Okay. Well, you can multi-prop, and I'm a big believer in multi-prop. I think that if you can multi-prop and get accounts from many different prop firms, you can make a whole lot of money. You can use trade copiers. You can buy 5 accounts here and 5 accounts there and 10 accounts here, etc. And then you play them like a game. It's like a game of poker, and you start getting good at playing the hand. This week you trade for that firm. This week you trade for this firm, right? Every week you're trading for a different firm, but you buy all these accounts and you stack them. Next thing you know, you're making 50, 75, 100 grand in a month because you're trading for 5 to 10 different prop firms, but you need to know how to do it first, right? You need to know how to do it first. And if you don't know how to do it with one, you're not going to do it with 5. So that's the whole point, is we want to get you good at trading for prop firms so that we can help you. Then we'll curate the process for multi-prop and using trade copiers so that we can ultimately help you build that roadmap and the blueprint for what it needs to take to become a prop firm trader. And, when you trade for prop firms, you're going to learn how to trail your stop. You're going to learn how to trade management properly so that you can squeeze the profits. Here's an example of a trade that I took 3 trades back to back to back, trading the Russell off of the market open. And the reason I wanted to share this strategy with you guys is because we built a specific TMS bracket order that allows us to squeeze price. And one of the things that I was teaching the traders in that lesson was, it's not about getting into the market, it's getting out and how you get out that makes you money. And so in this situation, we were squeezing price so that every single time we could trade, we were taking as much out of the market as possible with trailing stops. And so we're going to teach you how to build those TMS strategies. We're going to teach you how to build bracket orders. We're going to teach you how to trail your price, and so you can squeeze the market and really get the best out of every single trade. Okay. Now, let's talk about ongoing education. We have an environment inside the program that allows you to learn all asset classes. Instead of spending a whole lot of money on a whole bunch of different courses, we understand that a lot of you might learn different asset classes. Maybe you're interested in learning some crypto. Maybe you want to learn a little bit of the stock market, or you want to learn some Forex, or whatever you want to do. We have an entire program curated to beginner to advanced stocks, futures, Forex, crypto options. We have foundations programs. We have psychology programs. We have technical mastery programs. We have a whole lot of stuff. And the reason we put this in here is so that you never have to go anywhere ever again. You should never have to feel like you do not have what you need without us. We've built the most comprehensive education environment that I know exists in this industry. How do I know? Because I've literally purchased every single program that I could find online to see if we had less than. We always want to build things that are better. And to this day, this is something that I love to provide to our community, because it is the most comprehensive all asset class approach that you're ever going to have. Like, you're never going to learn more about any asset class than you will with us inside of the ATS Academy. And what's really cool about this is that you get access to everything all under one roof without having to go and buy it. So this slide here is to sum it all up. We are going to solve your problems, essentially. Okay. Like if you really want to go get down to it, like, our job is to solve your problem. You don't buy something unless it solves a problem. right? You go to the store, you go to a mechanical store to buy a hammer, it's to solve a problem. You're trying to build something, right? You want to go buy tires for your car, it's because you popped your tire, you have a problem, you got to fix your problem. Right now, most of you have a trading problem. And I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to sit there and say you're not good or anything like that, but your results will dictate your ability to know where you are, right? And the reality is that I'll bet my career on it that most of you are not where you want to be. Most of you want to be somewhere else, and the truth is that you're probably struggling in certain areas, right? You're probably either some of you might be struggling with risk management, some of you might be struggling with execution, some of you might be struggling with just the wrong strategy. Maybe you have a psychology problem. Maybe you don't have anybody to be accountable to, so you don't do anything that keeps you on the right side of the market. Maybe you're good at keep getting the money, but you give it all back. I don't care what your problem is. I'm telling you, we can fix it. We are going to fix it because through the process of the ATS pillars and the framework that we've built, there's no way that you can leave here without fixing it. Like it's not possible. The only way you could stay where you're at is be if you deliberately tried to sabotage yourself, which I do not believe anybody's completely possible doing this. Like we know that we're going to get you through the program because you're going to meet with the instructors, you're going to meet with the coaches, then you're going to be in the trading. I mean, you're only going to be trading the right strategies. Then you're going to be accountable because we're going to be looking at your trades and your logs, and we're going to be helping you. And then we're going to keep coaching you until you're ready. There's no way that you're going to have these problems ever again. Now, the truth of the matter is, though, some of you are going to probably not do this. And the hard reality of that is it could get harder. And I'm not here to kind of paint a picture that you already know. And I'm not here to give you some sleazy sales pitch. I'm just going to here tell you, like, some of you are going to proceed with us and you're going to change your lives. And some of you are going to stay on the side and you're going to sit there and you're going to have the case of the yeah buts or the what ifs or the I'm not sure's or maybe this or maybe that. And then you're going to stay in the same cycle. And the reason you stay in that cycle is because your brain is holding you there. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's finances, maybe it's you're just not ready to pull the trigger yet, whatever that is. But I'm promising you something that if you don't take action on what we're doing and you don't proceed to even give it a shot, you're never going to change what you have. And the biggest change comes from taking the chance and the risk on yourself. And I do believe that you deserve this. It's just whether or not you're ready today or not, we will see. We will talk to you. And this is the thing is the program's not meant for everybody. We do it on an application basis. You will meet with our team. We'll discuss it and see if you're ready. Because some of you may or may not be ready and some of you will be. And we hope that everybody will be because I believe that we can help you. And if you don't do nothing about it, what can happen? Well, you stay stuck. You lose more money. You blow up more accounts. You keep buying stuff you don't need or you don't want or you don't really get you anywhere. And the end of the ball is 3 months down the line. You sit there and you say, geez, I wish I would have done that ATS thing because look, I'm nowhere further. That all stops today if you decide to work with us because we can change your life. Now, here's a great example of Jim. Jim's here today, and maybe Jim, if you want to take a moment and just share what working with me and having trading with me and all of our teams done for you and how it's helped you get to being a risk manager for a prop firm.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had been trading on my own for quite a while to that point, and it was one of those things where you need somebody to hold your feet to the flame to call you out when for example, everything that we do in trading is based on execution. Your ability to, first of all, have a plan. Second of all, have a good plan. And third, to execute that plan. Some traders get to stage one, stage two, but a lot of them don't get to stage three, where they have a plan, but they second guess themselves. They don't enter at the right time. They mess something up on the execution. They get in too early. They get out too early. The whole gamut. And the issue was with me was getting into the trade and not skipping trades, right? And so that was the big thing of having someone to say, hey, you didn't even trade your strategy on this trade. What were you trading? That's not in your strategy. Why did you trade it? And someone to hold you to it. That was the best lesson that I learned as a trader. Is my job when I'm trading is to execute my trade plan. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it.
Yeah, and Jim, I remember when you were in the room when I was running the rooms before I brought in the other instructors, and I remember you were not where you were. Like you were nowhere near the trader
Mm-mm,
you are now, right? After we brought
no.
you through the lessons on market structure, after we brought you through the lessons of prop firm training and just everything that we did on multi-prop and just SMC stuff that we did and just
Hmm.
volume profile stuff that we did, it was just the stuff that you
Yeah.
and you became a great trader, and then eventually we brought you over on the risk side, and we ended up giving you a job as a risk manager in one of our
Hmm.
companies.
Yeah. Yeah. It was game changing. I mean, I will tell you, it was like, you ever feel like you're almost there as a trader, but there's something missing and you can't quite figure it out? That's what this did. Is it put all the pieces of here's what's missing, organize everything out, and now follow this process and don't deviate. And look, I mean, my training has been, not to brag, but it's been really great. And so this can do that for you. Just having somebody to help you put that together.
Amazing. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate always sharing openly and honestly your
Oh, of
experience with
course.
traders.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the things I want to talk to you about is trade copiers, okay? Because this is where you can make a lot of money, okay? You can also lose a shitload of money if you don't know what you're doing. So we're going to teach you how to get really good fast, right? I'm not in the business of taking my sweet ass time to do anything. Why? Because things move quickly where I operate. And all of our instructors and our programs are designed to fast track your results, right? We're not talking about months here. We're talking about days, maybe weeks at the maximum. Okay. And when you get good trading any account, can you imagine just having the technology to hook up your account so that you can buy five more or 10 more accounts so that a $1,000 trade, doing that across five accounts, is a $5,000 trade, right? Like imagine that you take a $500 trade across five accounts, it's a $2,500 trade. So what a lot of traders don't realize is that if it, you get sucked into the like I want to make a lot of money, and they try to do that on one account, and then they over leverage or they over capitalize, and then what ends up happening is they blow up because nobody really wants to make $500 in a day. Like let me just explain it to you guys. I know everybody here wants to make thousands of dollars every single day. Thousands, not hundreds, not 1,000, 5, 10, 20,000. I know this. I know that that's what everybody wants. Here's the thing. Unless you are heavily capitalized, you're not going to do that trading one account. So what you get to do now, and this is the privilege of prop firms, is that we're going to teach you how to use trade copiers, and we're going to teach you how to make $250 to $500 on every single trade. And then you can use that across 5 to 10 accounts on a trade copier so that your $500 trade becomes a $5,000 trade. And you do that with prop firms, and that's how you make up for the difference of risk management. And we're going to teach this to you in the program. There's a science behind it. Now you might say, "Oh, it's easy. I just trade copy." No, trade copiers are not easy because if you do the wrong things and you do that across five accounts, well, now your loss is amplified. You don't want to start using trade copiers until you've really dialed in your strategy. Because if you take a loss, it's also across six accounts, 10 accounts. So it works just as much against you. And so in the program, our job is to get you profitable so that way you can become profitable at scale. And that's the whole point of using copiers. Okay. We've already talked about that. Let's talk about this. One of the things that we're going to teach you how to do is we're going to teach you how to read the auction. And that doesn't mean you have to trade profiles. You do not have to be trading a volume profile to be using the auction. In fact, a lot of times when you trade the auction, you can use it to your advantage to always be on the right side of the market. A lot of traders don't realize they're fighting the market. They're using an EMA or they're using an indicator, they're using something. And what ends up happening is that they're always trading against the auction. I know some of the best traders, they'll just have a chart up in the corner somewhere. They're not trading the profiles, they're not trading volume. They're just making sure that they always know what the auction's doing. Why? Because the auction is the market. And we're going to teach you how to read the auction, understand the auction, how to make the right decisions in unison to the auction so that if you're trading strategies like this using order flow, you're doing so at the right context. Do you think that I would be able to make this type of trade on order flow if I was going against the auction and doing the wrong things? No, I always know that I'm on the right side of the market. And so that's how you make big trades. Same thing here. You think I'm going to make this type of a trade? Like we're talking, that's a 15-minute chart. That's a $10 move on crude. Or excuse me, that's a 253, 4, 5. That's from 62 to 64. That's a $4 move on crude oil. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. You're not going to be taking trades like this unless you know how to do them. And we're going to teach it to you inside of this program. We're going to show you how to use scalping strategies. We're going to show you how to use swing trading strategies, day trading strategies. We're going to show you how to use order flow. We're going to teach you how to read the tape and how to do things that you may or may not know how to do. We're going to teach you how to trade price action so that you can start making some really, really big trades. We're going to teach you how to scalp the market so that you can literally learn how to just be in and out for a quick buck. Depends on what your strategy needs, depends on what you need, what you're trying to do, right? Not every single trader is going to be in the same environment, right? You might want to swing trade. You might want to do this and just take a couple trades a week. Whatever your goals are, we will determine that in the assessment. And the nice thing is that we will get you profitable. We will get you successful. And we feel so strongly about that, we're willing to back it up with a guarantee. Now, in order for us to bring you into this program and to go through all this, we need to go through the details of what's included. Now, I'm going to show you the value slide where it includes all of the details. And then don't worry, you don't have to pay that. The job of us is to show you what's included. And then we're going to talk about how to book a call. And so you can get a hold of our team and do what's necessary to be a part of what we're doing. Okay. Now, let's talk about this. Okay. So inside of the program, the assessment and the strategic roadmap is going to run you about 2,500. The coaching session is going to be about 7,500 for the 3 private sessions with an instructor. You're looking at the strategy vault for all of the boot camps and the curated trading systems, which is about 7,500. The live trading room, which is a permanent room. It's not a shutdown room, or it's not like a short room for 90 days, something like that. It's a permanent room. It's a $10,000 package right there. You're looking at the academy, which is 2,400. Then you're looking at all the software, which means you never need to buy indicators or software ever again. That's going to run you 20 bands. Like we're talking a fairly decent paycheck here, right? Then we give you the prop program, which is a bonus add-on. Then we give you the custom software workflows, which is a bonus add-on. Then we're going to give you all of the performance reviews, which means we're going to review your trades. We're going to go through all your trades. We're going to work with you to hold you accountable for scale. And then we also have a VIP private community that only the people in the community can be a part of. So it's not noisy. It's not full of a bunch of people, tire kickers doing nothing. It's about people that are in this program that want to be here, that are ready to make a deal and ready to change their lives. Now, normally in an environment like this, you're paying north of 50 grand. How do I know this? Well, you could go to the Online Trading Academy. You can go to a few of these big other schools that run programs that are somewhat similar, and you're going to run yourself north of 100K. And we don't charge that. Don't worry, you don't have to pay this, but this is what it's worth. This is what it's truly worth if you were to break this down and actually curate this and go try to buy this out there in the industry. But we're going to have you an opportunity so that you can come in. We have a huge promotion. We'll get you to work with our guy, Jason. He's the head of our sales and strategy team, and he's going to talk to you. He's going to show you how to get involved into this, what can be done for you, how to make this work. And if you're serious and you really want to change your life, this can do it. But, you know, you're going to have to step up. You're going to have to participate in what we do. And what's really cool is that there's no risk to you. So we feel so strongly that we have a money back guarantee. And there's certain conditions apply, like we have a policy in place for this to be valid. But the reality is that we know we can get you successful. And we're the only company in the world that's batshit crazy enough to put a money back success guarantee into the business in a market environment that's changing every single day. So we're clearly doing something right if we know that we can take you as a trader, bring you through the assessments, make sure that you do the coaching, make sure that you understand the roadmap, use the software and the systems, and do the things that are necessary, right? That's how we know you're going to get the results that you deserve. And that's why we have a guarantee, so that even if you do buy the program, you have no risk. You're going to be successful. You will become a great trader if you do this program. And that's the bottom line. So it really just boils down to, for those of you that are ready and ready to take action and ready to do what's necessary, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the links in the chat box here. I grab the links here 1 second. There it is. I think the team's already done it. Perfect. So there's a link. Okay. And I'm going to run a poll here, guys, because I want to make sure that I know for those of you that are going to be booking a call. And can you guys do me a favor and fill this out? For those of you that are planning on purchasing or coming in and booking a call, just put a yes. I know you don't have the price tag. That's because the price tag's not on the slides, and I'll tell you why. Because some of you have spent money with us already. So depending on how much money you've spent with us and depending on how much you've bought, will different your price will be different, right? If you spent a lot of money buying indicators and packages over the years, then we're going to curate the discount for you so that you do not have to spend as much, right? And we want to make sure that you get the help that you deserve. So if you need help, if you want to speak to Jason, just put your phone number in there as well, and just click the link and book a call with him. Like, you owe it to yourself. Your life depends on this choice. And I see a lot of you putting yes. That's great. Thank you for showing up and participating. We're really excited to work with you. For those of you that are excited, just use the link in the chat box to book a call. Like, you have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain. I promise you this will be a life-changing experience for you. And, you're going to be in good hands. Like, our team is the best at what we do, and there's nothing else like it in the industry. And I promise you that just a little bit of time with us and your entire trading life can change. It did for everybody else that's participated with us, and it can for you, right? So I'll leave it on this slide so that you know what you're getting. And I'm going to leave this open to questions, okay? If you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat box. Did you guys enjoy the presentation? Please type a Y in the chat box that you enjoyed it, you got something out of it. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I always like being here with you guys. Mark said yes. That's great. Fantastic. Thanks, Dr. Bob. Great. Hey, Steve. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Marine, great program. Yeah, thanks, Marine. A lot of you are putting a yes in the poll, so that's great. So Jason will follow up with that. So everybody that's putting a yes in here, he's going to follow up with you today after the webinar. Make sure that you're available. Make sure that you're ready. It's already begun, Ed. It's already started. Yeah, it's already started. Yeah. The room will transition. The trading room will transition shortly, but the program's already started. The coaching's already started. Yeah. Yeah. What is marketplace software? Marketplace software is all of the indicators that are on the Tickblaze website under the marketplace. Let me show you that. So if you go here to Tickblaze, okay, if you go here to the marketplace, click on marketplace, you scroll down, like all of the indicators in here, the premium indicators. So if you click on premium indicators, the expensive ones, all of these that are normally sold, you get them all. You don't have to buy software anymore. All of these are here. All of the free ones are free. I mean, it's not part of that, but the premium tools are all part of what we trade and how we trade. And these are all worth a lot of money. You don't have to buy them. It's part of the program. Yeah. Great. Well, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited to see you guys do great things. And I'm excited for everybody that's putting a yes in here because I can promise you this is life-changing opportunity. For the new people, you should mention that Tickblaze platform is, Steve, the Tickblaze platform is instrumental to the success. And the nice thing is, we've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline for the Tickblaze platform. We just launched the new web trader, and we also have a mobile app that's coming in the very near future. I've been trading for a long time, guys. And, I've always thought that TradingView's app was the best app in the business. I'm here to tell you that our new app is going to give that a run for its money. Like, I was surprised. Like, I've used the NinjaTrader app, the TradeStation app. I've used all of the apps out there, and nothing was as smooth as our app. Like, just the execution. It's got trade copiers in the app, for crying out loud. We put trade copiers in the app. So you could be on the go and you could be literally trading a trade copier, right? You can be sitting there having a vacation on your phone and you can be taking trades to the prop firm using your phone. It's incredible. The unlicensed softwares, those are all free. You can download Tickblaze and access the free tools, Marine. Absolutely. Yeah, those are all free. All the unlicensed tools, those are just our way of giving free value to the community. Sharp Setters can't wait to have the mobile app in real time. Yeah, it's this doesn't lag. It's using Trading View charts. It's super awesome. Yeah, it's super smooth. So, and it's got a dome. It's got a level 2. It's incredible. Incredible. Great. Well, traders, I think we've done it. It was a great presentation. It's great to be here. Thanks for all of you guys that decided to show up. Thank you for everybody, and appreciate the effort and focus for the quality. Yeah, say thanks, Edward. Edward says appreciate the effort and the focus and the quality from your people and your company in everything that you do. I appreciate it. We work very hard, and I'm grateful to have such a stellar team, right? With Jason and Jeffrey and Jim and the team, and it's just a great group of guys, great group of traders. Yeah. All right, guys. So listen, Jason's going to be following up with you following this presentation. So make sure that you be on the lookout for his calls and his emails. He will be getting in touch with you today, I assure you. And if you have any questions, we're an email and a phone call away. And I will see you inside the program, guys. Take care and happy trading.